What is up guys, Corey coming to you live from the Tactoys HQ, and as requested in this video I will be doing a Q&A. It's exactly what you guys wanted on Instagram, so I asked you what questions do you want me to answer, and there is a lot. So I can't get through them all, but I'll go through as many as possible. Your name's going to be featured up here with the question as well, and I'll answer them for you, so let's get into it. Alright, so our first question of the day, it's a banger. It's by Mac Kruger, Mac_Kruger. You'll see it right here. Can I have a free gun? Not even a please, so probably not. Alright, let's get serious. The next question is right here. How are we doing in this coronavirus situation? The team and everyone is absolutely fine. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you guys are great as well. We've had no issues. We do have a few guidelines. If you are going to come into the store, there should be lines on the ground. And there is another question right here, which also does pertain to the stores. Yes, the firing ranges are actually shut down for now because we don't want you touching a blaster that someone else has touched, which of course can spread germs. So unfortunately for now, the firing ranges are off limits, sorry, but you can still see all of the blasters on display. They're all in concealed glass cabinets, so no one else has touched them. This is a good one that we do actually get a lot by Beachy Key. Sorry if I've poached your on Instagram, but I'm doing the best I can. Half of these are very random words. What will improve my accuracy on the blaster? There's a few things. Now, of course, being gel blasters, they're never going to be the most accurate thing in the world. They are toys at the end of the day. So take that into consideration. But what you could do is either, if you don't already have one, a metal barrel. A hop-up definitely does help as well, and possibly switch up your gel balls. Just see if there's a little bit of a change if you go a harder gel ball or a softer gel ball. Sometimes that can have an effect as well. Moving on from those basic ones, barrel stabilization is a big one. So in between your outer barrel and your inner barrel, find something that'll keep your inner barrel from moving around up and down, left and right, because that can make the gel ball inaccurate. Also, if you do get a low quality metal barrel, not a polished internal, that can give the gel ball some rotation if you don't have a hop up on it, which would swing it left and right. There's a few things, I'll be honest with you guys. It is quite difficult to get a very accurate gel blaster, but once you find that it's accurate, I always tell people accuracy over power. If you have an accurate blaster, it's a lot more fun than having a very powerful blaster but not being able to hit someone. This next one is actually from James Tanfield 04. How did the Tactoys business start? Very funny situation. I went over to my friend's house. He had a blaster. He pinned me in a corner and I was scared. And then he shot me and I was like, this is amazing, and now here we are. That's as simple as it gets. Not much to it. And this one is from Noise Isaac. Do you think gel balling will get banned after COVID-19? Personally, no. I don't think there will be much changes. This has put a delay on everything, so there's been no changes so far. In the future, if something does happen, I think it'll just be very light regulation. Like, you guys have to keep it concealed in your house. You need to have a reason for owning a gel blaster, which is fine. Just join a club. Very easy, gelblasterclub.com.au, and proper transportation when you're moving them around, which we all know. We all should be practicing this anyway. And when those regulations come into place, we shouldn't see too much of a difference. This is a good one. Gabe M 1511. He said, will we ever get a FAMAS gel blaster? I don't know. That would be awesome. I did like it off COD back in the day, and I'm sure it's on a few other games as well. Hopefully we do. I haven't seen anything yet. Anyway, this one comes from Robert Cook 7. Do you think you guys could make a revolver? Because that would be pretty sick. Well, there is a few on the market, just manual loaded ones. They're not the best in the world. When a good revolver does come out, we would definitely get it. But for now, we haven't seen anything. It's quite hard to get a great revolver because being manual loaded, there's not much that you would do that needs a battery, and we love electric. So when a great revolver comes out, you can guarantee that we will get it, but for now, we haven't seen much out there. This is an interesting one from Aston_Sarinen. Sorry if I did that wrong. Do you know how many different types of gel blasters there are? No idea. There is a lot. As you could probably see, the ones on our website aren't all of them. There is a lot of older generation ones that you guys wouldn't even want anymore. And then there's a lot of ones that haven't even reached the Australian shores. So you're looking at 100+ different options out there, definitely. And there's a lot of people out there that probably would like to own every single one of them. They've got too much money. But for now, What we've got here is what we think is the best on the market, and you might be able to find some others online as well, but personally, tried and tested, these are the ones that we love and that we recommend. Another one from him, will there ever be a gas blowback rifle? Interesting question. There is a few in Airsoft. I'm sure you've seen probably like Silo or someone like that using them. But for now, we're not too sure. We have definitely looked into it and been offered it quite a few times, but we're not sure that gel blasting is there yet and that it is essential. Right now, everyone loves electric, and in the airsoft world, electric still dominates. So you have to take a look at it, and gas blowback blasters are not easy to use. They're not as simple as plugging in your battery, filling your mag and going in and shoot it. You got to deal with gas, and there's a lot more maintenance to it. So it's a bit more complicated, it's a bit more expensive, but when the time comes, you will see it on our website. Great question here, actually. This one, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, Mellow Addison. What out-of-the-box setup would you most rate for a beginner looking to get into it? So when someone comes into the store, for me, it's really recognizing what their budget is. So for you guys, if you're on, say, like a normal budget, I'd recommend something like the M4A1 V8, and then I'd get a few little extras, like of course you need your ammo, you need your speed loader, but I'd also be looking at, say, an 11.1 volt battery and the B3 charger, of course. If you want it to look a little bit better, I'd get a sight as well, one of the nice little red dots, and then a laser or a foregrip, something that makes it feel like it's yours. But if you're coming in and you've been saving up and you've got a bit more money, I'd be recommending something like the Mark III. Which has already had your internals done. It's still the same kind of foundation as the Gen 8, which means you have a lot of modifications, but the insides, which is the complicated part, is already done for you, and that was the idea behind it. So if you're coming in and you're on the normal side, I'd be going a Gen 8 and choose some accessories, and if you've been saving quite a little while, I'd be going, say, a Mark III, and then a few external accessories to make it feel like it's yours. But either way, you're gonna absolutely love the blaster, I guarantee that. This one's from Sammy J. Walsh. You should hook me up with an FU patch. Send us an email, say that Corey sent you, and I'll be able to do that for you, no problem. This one's from Coltman Kid. Probably said that wrong as well. Best long-term gun to start with. As I said, Gen 8. Gen 8 though has been around for quite a while, so there's a lot of upgrades, but not much new that's coming out. If you want something that's, say, like future-proof, which means there's still stuff coming out, I'd also be looking at, say, like the Kublais or the HKs, a bit in the higher end, because they're still producing stuff like that. But the thing is with gel blasters, guys, I wouldn't stick to just one blaster. Every 6 months, there's something new, there's something big that comes out, which absolutely changes the game. So you've got to kind of keep up with the trends. I would put a little bit of money into the blaster that you get at the start, but I wouldn't stick to 120% for years, because there's going to be something new that out of the box already beats yours and it's half the price. This one's from Ty Brennan. How many gel guns do you have? Personally, I've got two. I've got a Gen 8 and a Vector, both modded. I don't get out to the field as much as I would love to because I'm stuck here. They're both fully modded. They hit great. They're hitting around 270 to 280. Trusty, reliable is what I go for, and accurate. You may have seen the Vector that I used in one of our gameplay videos. That's the one that I was using, and that's mine. Ruben Mosley asks, how long till the 3DG? I'm so hyped for that gun. So the 3DG, man, there has been a lot of pre-orders for those, guys. That is going to be an insane pistol, and I'm super excited for it. To give you an ETA on that one, Ruben, I would say towards the end of April without any delays. China hasn't given us any delays now with the shipment. I can't say it's going to be perfect because every single day something's changing. So worst case scenario, I would say like early March. You don't need to wait too much longer anyway. You've all been waiting long enough. But the normal ETA was around the end of April. Fingers crossed, if not early March. Either way, we're all going to get our pistols. I know it's eagerly waiting, but yeah, we're all going to get our pistols, so don't worry, and I'm very excited for that one. Kerem Safe says, you guys should get the ARP9 in stock. Well, you'll see it very soon, don't you worry, it'll be on our website in no time. Happy Harry YT has asked, what's your favorite weather condition to play in? Personally, I actually like indoor. I found indoor a lot funner. You don't have any outside factors, you know, the rain, the wind, interfering with your gel balls. Indoor and a little bit darker, I found is the best. But a lot of people do like outdoor because it's a bit more of a natural feel. And being outside with a breeze also is quite nice. But each person is very different. I personally did like indoor with the lights off. Cody Tappan asked the best pistol on the market and why. Personally, of course, I recommend the 3DG. It is the best electric pistol on the market, the lowest maintenance, has spare magazines and spare batteries, and it's cost effective. A lot of the gas blasters out there are ridiculously priced. Yes, they might have a bit of metal on it, but at the end of the day, you're paying $500 for a pistol. So looking around the $249 mark, where you have everything set, ready to go, and it has the same performance as those ones, but you don't need to worry about the maintenance and the gas and all that. It's just plug in and charge your battery. It's a no-brainer for me, and you guys will understand when you get the 3DGs in your hand. Typical Ash 2, are we going to be doing any gameplay with the Mark III? Hopefully in the future when the fields do reopen. Of course, they are closed at the moment because of COVID-19, the coronavirus, but when they reopen, I'll probably go and actually send Gunsheep, one of our Mark IIIs. Maybe he can try it out. I know he does have his own setup, so he might be a little bit biased towards his setups, but that's okay. If he does love it, he'll love it. If not, then he can give it away to one of the people around him anyway in Team Danger Close. Will Harris says, when do we select the winners for the giveaway? So we always set a deadline and then we pick it towards a day or two after that, once we've gone through all of the entries. It can be quite hard because some of the giveaways have 1,000 entries or 10,000 comments that we have to go through, but we do get to them, so don't stress too much, and you will get notified through DM if you are the winner. Don't worry, you won't miss your prizes. Bodhi asks, how do you fix stripped gears? Well, it's not that simple. You do have to open your gearbox and just replace the gear that is stripped. If you do need a bit of help, feel free to bring your gearbox into one of the shops here and we'll be able to tell you exactly what you need and if we have it or not. If you want to do it yourself, feel free to buy one of the gear sets that we have on our website right now. I have no idea how to say this account's name, but he asked a good question. So, do you think gel blasters will ever get more powerful with more range? I hope so. We do have the limitation. It's actually the gel ball. We don't like to go too hard with the gel ball because you can inflict some serious injuries. So we just want to stick to what we have now, like the Titan gel balls. They are quite hard and they definitely still hurt. But at the end of the day, if the gel ball is going to explode with the FPS that it's pushing out, unfortunately, you're going to have a limit. And then accuracy is always dependent on so many factors, like if there's wind, if you're indoors or not, of course, whether you have a hop-up, etc. What you're going to find is that most of the fields do cater for being able to shoot how far we can shoot, 30, 40 meters generally maximum. And that's where the indoor fields are a bit more effective. Something like if you're in the Gold Coast, Brisbane area, something like Guerrilla Blasters does seem to be quite effective and a lot of fun. Jasper Britton asks, can I please have a gel blaster? Unfortunately, no, you have to join the competitions. Will Munro said, when is your next sale going to be? I'm not sure. Make sure you keep a lookout on all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, all of that, because when I post it, I just drop it. I'm not going to prep you guys. You got to be ready. So make sure when you see it, you strike. Taj Sheridan, this is actually quite a good one. Are we looking to start a team? Well, we did put a bit of a feeler out and to see if we wanted to sponsor a team, and we did get a pretty decent response. With that, a few logistic issues, but at the end of the day, yes, we do want to find a team. Either we sponsor one or we make one ourselves. But yes, we are still looking. So if you do have a team, just pitch us. Go through our DM, email, whatever it is. If you want some sponsorship, reach out to us. If you guys produce content, if you go to the fields consistently and you're not just focused on winning, but you want to have fun and engage the community, then we want to sponsor you. Mentosi asked, do we sell leaves? I mean, if you want a leaf, I could sell you a leaf. I don't know. And finally, Emma asks the most important question. What's your best blaster and how much? Well, personally, I think the Mark III and the 3DG Glock 17 are going to be your best choices. That's going to be the absolute perfect combo. If you've got both of those and you go out to the field, you're going to absolutely be perfectly okay. You're going to be doing damage, you've got trusty, reliable blasters, and they're high performance. And you haven't broken the bank. All you need is some ammo and you're good to go. I don't want to bore you guys anymore. I know this has gone for quite a while and there is another 100 responses that I could have got back to. Maybe I'll do a part 2. If you guys want a part 2, of course, let me know. I will post it. I especially want to thank you for sending in those questions and hopefully I gave you the answers that you wanted. If you have more video suggestions, just send them all through. I'd be happy to do what you guys want me to do. And of course, guys, happy Easter. Have a great weekend. This is Corey from Tac Toys. Happy blasting.